During my 2 weeks in the hospital, I had plenty of time to question my place in the justice system. Tonight, I'm planning to write about this as much as I can. Hashtag on patrol with at Here Comes Trouble and at Walking Dolphin. Hashtag Stronghold.
Is it just me, or is it plain stupid to announce that we are out on patrol?
Is there anything that isn't stupid to you?
Yeah, coffee.
Did someone say coffee? We just got a ping. It looks like there's a report of suspicious activity at the docks.
I guess that means our shift starts early. Let's go! Papa Smurf always says...
While staring at the ceiling in the hospital, I had this question in my mind. Am I really fixing things? Or am I just a painkiller trying to hide the symptoms of a bigger problem? Or even worse, just plain old duct tape. On days like this, I just can't tell. Valeria?
Shit!
I just can't believe Valeria's body was stolen from under our noses, Captain.
It is also troubling that experiments have been performed on a metahuman's body who's strong enough to bend reality.
It's clear we have a series. However, our priority is to find who is responsible. What have we got?
She not only knows that the container is headed to a buyer in Europe, nothing more.
An operation of this scale could not have taken place without She-Wolf's knowledge.
Everything in the files is fake, except the name of the truck driver who made the delivery.
Well, looks like we have 2 clues. Pick one, and I'll send another team to the other location.
After a fight to... Long story short, can we finally talk now that the dust has settled?
Valeria's body, huh? I didn't expect this.
Maybe the bite first app.
Troy, look, Christ...
Very well. There is a small clan of vampires.
Hold up! You're saying that you noticed suspicious activity going on in an abandoned World War II super soldier lab in your area, and you didn't worry about it?
I thought it was just old lab equipment. They never had any beef with us, so we stayed in our lane.
Now we know where they were doing their experiments. Let's go and find...
Wait a minute, little star. These are big boy plans for a tiny vampire clan. Could there be someone behind the curtains?
Anything is possible in Mayhem City. I can help by making a few calls.
When I was a teen, there were bullies in the arcade where I went after school. They took money from kids and, ironically, beat up bullies in the game. Years later, I ran into one of them during my morning commute. He did not seem...
Come on, man! You were just showing off a minute ago! Am I supposed to change his...
No, you need to burp him. Anyway, I know what you came here for, but you will...
What are you babbling about?
A large pack of lycanthropes raided the lab and stole the entire project just a few hours ago.
She-Wolf's crew?
No idea. But we would have destroyed you if we weren't already battered.
Yeah, dream on.
I want my lawyer! I will sue you!
We already called her. She's on her way.
Since we caught you red-handed, we have the right to practice mind reading on you during your interrogation. Don't worry, none of these will be admissible as evidence.
They tried to develop a device that could mimic Valeria's probability control. It appears that they were partially successful. The device works, but the DNA of the cloned organic material inside it...
So this thingy they called Chaos Device is actually a kind of reality-bending bomb?
Absolutely. They had 2 copies. Both were stolen.
Captain, I just talked to She-Wolf. She is denying any involvement in this.
Might other lycanthropes refusing her authority have formed another pack of their own?
A few weeks ago, our intelligence reported that there was a new leader of the small lycanthrope community living in the sewer network.
Yes, Captain. I remember the report. If I remember correctly, she was called Lady Vermin.
We know where Lady Vermin and her followers live. Pay them a visit, would you?
There are 2 known entry points to the sewer network. One under the statue in Greenbridge Park, and the other through the train yard at the old subway.
The park is lycanthrope territory. The wizard gangs rule the old subway line.
Choose one and keep me updated. We have to get our hands on these devices ASAP.
Remember what my mother said when I soiled myself at the age of 3. That's why pragmatist people bother me so much. Some even expect me to forget what came out of their mouth 5 minutes ago, let alone years. Hashtag memory, hashtag pragmatism.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Now that you're cut off from your magic, better start singing.
Unless you're planning to kick us to oblivion.
Aren't you gonna buy me a coffee first?
Cut the crap.
Well,
Yes, story of our...
of course. There isn't a gang left in the city that has...
Must have cost someone a small fortune. It also explains why everyone we met since yesterday was looking for...
But given that Lady Vermin lives penniless in the sewers, it must either be the...
Come on, witch. It's time to go. We'll note that you...
Hey, what's the rush? Maybe we can make a deal.
Well, excuse me.
Care to have an ear on the streets instead? I'd be more useful outside.
I think the cheapest formula used in superhero stories is when the hero is dealing with a problem caused by themselves. Not long ago, I partially sorted out a problem that I had inherited from my mother, and I thought I broke free of this stereotype. How wrong I was. Hashtag superhero. You were one of the few survivors we rescued from the Clover residence 2 months...
What else? I spent 15 years of my life in terror, trapped in a zombie-filled district because of your mother. Do you expect me to be grateful because you pulled me out of there?
Becky, I don't know what to say.
Look, lady, with that spreading rate of the outbreak, it was impossible for anyone to have survived there.
Star's mother had to make a difficult call that cost her life by sealing the Clover residence with the dome.
Yeah, the gourd iron knot. I've seen the documentary too. The funny thing is, I wasn't even living there. I was there to strip for a rich bastard's bachelorette party.
Speaking of rich, you mentioned the Enchantress and Voivod were behind everything. Are they financing you?
No, they don't even know about my existence. It was Enchantress's plan all along. She dragged Voivoda into the scheme by promising a device in exchange for the use of his lab.
Enough of this. We'll continue this at the station. Lady, you're under arrest.
Oh, am I?
Shit.
Luckily, I want you to crawl on your knees, not die. Now get the hell out of here.
That was the biggest defeat in Stronghold's history, Captain.
Maybe we should thank her.
We should, because she made us realize the true nature of our allies by dragging us into an operation that we wouldn't have been aware of at all.
Well, team, we have 2 targets this evening. Enchantress is hosting the talk show called Codex Tonight, and as far as we know, Voivode will spend the evening on his penthouse floor. Which one would you like to confront? I will personally visit the other one with a second squad according to your choice.
The genetic makeup of Medjans make them unable to lie. That's why they are skilled at mincing words when they want to hide something. Don't take it personally. Just know that if you want a clear answer, you may have to go out a little harsh on them. Hashtag Medjan. Enough of this, Corsawane! I swear, if you don't stop this right now, I'll crush this building over your head!
Whoa! I thought Troy was the macho of the team.
That's why you need to start singing before I step in, Smurfette.
Ugh, why is everybody so upset about these things? Remember when I told you how I felt disturbed when we entered the Clover residence 2 months ago?
Yes, you had a constant headache.
Later on, I went deep into it and found out that my disturbance was because of the souls of the dead who were still trapped there.
Oh no, don't tell me that's because of the dome my mother created over the district.
No, because of the spell that made the dome permanent.
Let me guess. You are planning to breach the dome that isolates the zombie-occupied district from the outside world with a chaos device. Am I right, Corsi Wayne?
Are you out of your mind, Smurfette? You were there with us when we barely saved our asses. If a breach occurs in that dome, we are all doomed.
No! The spell that makes the dome permanent also allows it to regenerate itself.
How could you take this risk on your own? Let Stronghold help and we'll look for a safer way.
You're right, Grace. I should have trusted you, but I was afraid that you might have turned me down.
Come on. You must have known us better than that.
Guys, Captain's calling. They got the other device that Voivod possessed. She's telling us to go back to the station with the device we recovered.
Looks like our shift is ending.
My mom holds the record for most super criminal arrests for Stronghold, some of which were way above her power level. She once said, if the opponent is high-powered, the only thing that can defeat it is itself. Now, I understand what she meant by that. Hashtag supercriminal, hashtag first star.
Are we certain this will work?
In theory, yes. When I was fighting with Valeria 2 months ago, I realized that every time she bent reality, she took back what had been done one step earlier. So, I presume that activating the second Chaos device at the same location would cancel out the effects of the first one.
Looks like you were right, little star.
Madison!
Great job, team. I'll be expecting to see your reports on my desk by the end of the day.
I'm afraid Star is still busy hugging you, Captain.
How long are you going to keep this going?
Just 2 more minutes.
Fine.